I said, it's an old camera, so you're going to want to look. What does that button do?
I really like it when we're vibing, but when I'm in another city,
What's up guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I wanted to share with you the camera that you never knew you needed until today. And the reason that I say that is because it is the most fun little toy to just mess around with and have fun with, but also it's a really good way for photographers to step up their game a little if they want like a little bit of an edge, especially for the photographers that like to shoot like 35mm or like old film. This is the Nishika n8000 and these are its 4 lenses. So the Nishika is a quadrilens system, and basically what that means, it takes 4 different photos from slightly different angles, and then when you piece them together you get a 3D effect, as it says right here. This camera is actually from the early 90s, and if you've been around that long, you probably remember those little photos that we used to look at and you kind of tilted them like this and it made the picture move in 3D. With modern day technology, now we can stitch these together into gifs on Photoshop, which I'll show you how to do later on in the video because it's awesome. Now, I read an article on this camera before buying it that deemed it as the worst camera I've ever loved, and that's so true because this, when you pick it up, it's a big hunk of plastic. It has 3 aperture settings. Three. And they're sunny, partly cloudy, and shade or indoor. This is where they are, and that's how you flip the switch. My sticker fell off, but that's basically what they are. So if you buy this camera in its original packaging, it's going to come with a lot of things. It has the owner's manual, which you should actually look through and read. And then it comes with this little pamphlet thing that is a guideline for taking the best 3D photos. And I'm just gonna give you kind of like the rundown of everything. It also shows you how to load and advance the film and then how to rewind and unload it if you're not familiar with how to do that. Now let's talk about shooting. Once you find your scene, make sure to adjust the aperture appropriately. It is recommended to stand about 6 feet minimum from your subject to get the best 3D image. It's also really cool to add more dimension to the photo since it comes out 3D, so you can do this by placing an object in the foreground slightly out of frame, and then just line up your subject in the square in the viewfinder and take the photo. Since these photos need to be developed, I can't show you them right now. So for example of the kind of gifts that you can make from these photos, I will insert some on the screen. This is just from a night of messing around with the camera and drinking and having fun. And they were obviously taken with a flash, which made them turn out very cool. So the Nishika doesn't come with a built-in flash, but it has a hot shoe for an external flash. That doesn't usually come with the camera. You're buying them from third-party sellers anyway, so some people will sell them with the flash. I will talk about all of the pricing and stuff later on in the video, but right now I want to show you how I created these gifs. If you have Photoshop, go ahead and open it up. So to import the photos, you're going to go to File, Scripts, and then Load Files into Stack. Then you're going to hit Browse. Then you're going to browse for the photos that you're looking for. Highlight all 4 of the photos and click Open. Next, you're going to create a frame animation at the bottom, and then you're going to click on these 2 little lines and hit Make Frames from Layers. That's going to bring all of your photos down into the little timeline. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to go ahead and highlight all of those by command clicking on them, and then you can go ahead and set the time that each of them are going to play for. I'm also going to rotate all of these images clockwise, and then you can go down to the bottom of the page, make sure that it's going to play forever, and then press play. And this is a little preview of the GIF that you just created. Now to save your GIF and get it to your phone, you're going to export it and then hit Save for Web Legacy. Make sure that it says GIF at the top, and then you're going to go down and press Save. I just saved this to my desktop. When you click on the file from here, it'll look like 4 different pages. Go ahead and airdrop that straight to your phone. And now you will have a GIF on your phone. If you want to upload this to Instagram, which I'm sure you do, you're going to need to download a GIF to video app on your phone. There's a lot of free ones. Just make sure that you save it as 3 seconds or more because that is the requirement for Instagram videos. Now, let's talk about pricing for this bad boy. Like I said, it's an old camera, so you're going to want to look. What does that button do? You can find them on eBay for like $150 to $200. Some are going to try and sell them for a crazy amount more than that. Some are going to sell them for a lot less because they're used. I would recommend buying a new one just because it's not that much and I just wouldn't go there. So given that price, I know it doesn't sound bad at all, but there are a few things that you need to keep in mind that I didn't keep in mind. But the Nishika flash that is specifically made for this camera separately is going to run you about the same price as the camera. I don't know why. I think people are trying to sell it for a crazy amount because they know that people want it. Well, let me just tell you, I bought this flash, the Metz Mecha Blitz. I don't know, it's super old, but it fits the camera just perfectly. It works just perfectly. I found this on a website called KEH Camera for, I don't know, $30, $40. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is film. Film can get expensive. You can find some good Kodak 35mm film on Amazon. I think what I get is I get 4 36 exposure rolls for about $20. And that's a really, really good deal, but also keep in mind it does cost a lot to go and get it developed. I probably got 4 of those developed and then converted into CDs so I could have them on my computer since I didn't have a scanner for like $80. And with this camera you go through a lot of film because probably about 1 in 4 of your 3D photos turns out to be an actual good 4-frame 3D photo. Let me show you what I mean. If you take a look at these, you can see as it kind of goes down the line, a lot of them kind of get messed up with the flash or whatever. Sometimes you get one good one out of the 4 and it makes really good singular photos too, but if you're wanting to get that perfect 3D shot, you're gonna wanna make sure that you take it a couple of times just to be positive. Because you know, the ways of the 90s where you couldn't see them right away. So it can be a bit expensive, but I think that it's totally worth it, especially if you're someone like me who wants to take them for fun, but also do it for photo shoots for people. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down low before you go so you don't miss out on any future videos, which I post on every Friday and sometimes Tuesdays. Thank you so much for watching. Later, skaters.